The United Republic of Tanzania has been battling a large-scale cholera outbreak since August 2015. Since this time, the outbreak has affected over 33,000 people and claimed more than 500 lives.
Cholera being a disease looking like a simple one, but a very complex, appears and spread because of lack of sanitation and lack of potable water.
Tanzania, like many other developing countries, faces a number of challenges around water supply and sanitation and hygiene. The diarrheal diseases and the cholera have persisted for almost 3 years now because people haven't gone into the use of clean and safe water, but also the use of toilets and the practice hand washing in a proper way.
Limited access to safe drinking water, inadequate sanitation facilities, and inappropriate waste management practices are some of the main factors triggering the spread of the disease. Nationally, 61.1% of households in Tanzania do not have access to piped water. In the rural areas, the percentage is even higher. It is also estimated that just over 5 million, 42.7% of all households, drink water from unprotected sources. Household access to improved sanitation facilities is very low throughout Tanzania, approximately 18%, and nearly non-existent in the rural areas. Poor hygienic practices perpetuated by myths and misconceptions and the lack of sanitation facilities in poor households has also been associated with the cholera outbreak.
If in any community people don't have access to potable water, people don't have access or reliable access to sanitation, the vicious cycle will remain. So our hope is that we'll take stock of the response and also agree on the steps to be taken.
The conditions in which cholera develops can begin fairly easily if standards of hygiene are not adhered to.
Matatizo yanayotukabili hapa kijijini kwetu, sisi hatuna miundombinu kama vile mabomba, vyoo vya kutosha. Sasa watu wanatoka wanajisaidia vichakani na yale maji na mvua inaponyesha uchafu unaenda paka ziwani na yale maji tena wanaenda kuyachota wanayatumia, kwa hiyo inasababisha ugonjwa wa mlipuko kama vile kipindupindu.
It is also during a cholera outbreak that the lack of basic sanitation is highlighted.
Lilipotokea janga la kipindupindu, wasiwasi lazima utakuwepo. Tatizo kubwa lilokuwa ni pale watu wengi wanatumia maji yasiyo safi na salama. Tuligundua pia kwamba karibia kila familia ilikuwa haina vyoo.
Cholera is a very serious disease and can have a huge impact on community members.
Tuliathirika kiasi kikubwa sana, mimi na watoto kulazwa wodini. Wenzangu wengi walikufa, na baada ya kwenda hospitali kwenda kulazwa tulielezwa tatizo lile kwamba ilikuwa ni kutokuwa na vyoo.
Mimi kilichosababisha mama yangu mpaka anafariki ni maji. Tunakunywa maji mabaya, tumechangia na ng'ombe, watu wanaoga humo, sisi wenyewe tunaoga, wanafua nguo. Sasa hayo maji ndio yamesababisha mpaka mama yangu anafariki. Nasikitika tu, hata kumzika mama sikumzika, watu wa wilayani ndio walikuja kumzika.
Ensuring access to clean and safe water to affected communities with limited access to safe drinking water is one of the World Health Organization's priorities. As part of its agenda, WHO initiated a two-prong attack to help reduce the risk of cholera outbreaks occurring, targeting the most highly affected regions. Firstly, WHO contracted the Drilling and Dam Construction Agency, DDCA, to drill a total of 18 hand-pump boreholes in the regions of Mara and Mwanza. Each of the boreholes were drilled to a depth of 100 meters to allow an adequate and consistent yield. Secondly, they initiated the construction of over 150 demonstration ventilated pit latrines in the regions of Mara, Mwanza, Morogoro and Dodoma. A ventilated improved pit latrine is an ordinary pit toilet that has been fitted with a vent pipe and a fly screen that helps remove smells and flies from the toilet. The inside of the VIP toilet is designed to be semi-dark so that flies in the pit are attracted to the light in the vent pipe where they are trapped against the fly screen and eventually die. Reduction of flies can reduce the transmission of sanitation-related illnesses and diseases.
So the initiative to provide potable water to affected communities is what was at the base of our decision to invest in establishing boreholes in affected communities, and also providing access to ventilated pit latrine is a key component of the strategies. We work together with those communities to make it happen.
In order to improve the quality of drinking water, but also the quality of sanitation and hygiene, the WHO contributed much to the efforts that the government has in terms of provision of water supply and also sanitation and hygiene facilities into the most affected regions, normally known as hotspot regions, as far as cholera is concerned.
WHO used a participatory approach and has been successful in realizing full involvement of the community and their leaders.
One of the most important aspects of this project was community involvement and awareness creation, in which we made sure that the community actually participate. We had open meetings, and many people came to the meetings and they took part in the process. We also had house-to-house visits. We selected the most vulnerable people from the community meetings in which they were accepted. The construction process itself was very participatory, involved the households. We had tasks which could be done by the households, and the capacity of the people were built. This will ensure that the community will continue after the project is finished.
Niliweza kupita nyumba kwa ajili ya kuhamasisha watu wajenge vyoo, waweke vibuchilizi na pia wawe na tabia ya kunawa mikono mara wanapotoka chooni kwa ajili ya kujikinga na ugonjwa wa kipindupindu. Na wananchi wanaitikia. Sasa hivi tuna 85% ya watu wanaotumia vyoo na vibuchilizi, na elimu bado inaendelea kutolewa kwa wananchi waweze kujenga vyoo kama vilivyowekwa vya mfano na WHO.
By being involved in the construction process of the ventilated pit latrines, the community members are able to learn the importance of good sanitation practices.
Kilichosababisha hadi tunajenga vyoo vizuri ni ugonjwa wa kipindupindu. Tulivyougua, tulivyopona, ndio wakasema ngoja nifanye nini, nijenge vyoo vizuri. Tunatumia vyoo vya kudumu kwa sasa hivi, hakuna tatizo lolote kwa ugonjwa wa kipindupindu pamoja na familia yangu.
Kijiji chetu kilikuwa na vyoo vibovu. Kijiji jirani kilikuwa na kipindupindu, na baada ya sisi kupata huu mradi kipindupindu kikawa kimeondoka. Na wananchi wameiga na wamejenga vyoo vizuri sana.
Huu mradi ulivyoingia kwenye eneo letu hili, kwa kweli umesaidia kiasi kikubwa sana. Yaani imepelekea watu kubadilika sana na kuona kwamba kumbe sababu ya matatizo haya yote, hata magonjwa haya, sababu ilikuwa kumbe ni kukosa vyoo. Kiasi kwamba yani utekelezaji umekuwa ni mkubwa, na hili tatizo naweza nikasema kwamba limepotea.
Having access to a clean water source through the installation of boreholes impacts the local communities in a big way.
Tangia tupate kisima, matumizi ya maji salama ambayo jamii imeweza kutumia imetuondolea haya matatizo ya magonjwa ya mlipuko, hasa kipindupindu, na jamii sasa inaanza kupata maji safi na salama.
Baada ya kupata hiki kisima, tumeona usalama tu kwenye mji yetu. Hata kwenye familia yangu sioni matatizo. Yaani paka sasa hivi hata matumbo watoto hawahangaiki, mimi mwenyewe sihangaiki.
The World Health Organization's support for the construction of 18 hand pump mounted boreholes and over 150 ventilated improved pit latrines in areas most affected by cholera is expected to play a critical role in cutting cholera transmission among the vulnerable communities.
Our estimates, which are based on interaction with communities, we have at least 50,000 community members who are direct beneficiaries of those two interventions, borehole and provision of ventilated pit latrines.
Investing in the prevention of cholera is not only affordable, but ultimately allows significant cost savings compared with the average yearly cost of continuously responding to cholera outbreaks. Now is the time to accelerate action against cholera at country and global levels. All stakeholders need to synchronize efforts and investments towards a coordinated multi-sectoral approach to cholera control at country level.
The end of the response to any cholera outbreak is the beginning of even a more difficult piece of work. To come together with other development partners and work on well-articulated plan to improve water and sanitation.
Controlling cholera is a moral obligation as well as a critical step to achieving Sustainable Development Goals, which call for the reduction of inequality and good health and well-being for all.